Hello my dear students and welcome back to Balaji Online Classes. I'm Rabia Khatun and today I'll be teaching you Moral Science of class 6th. We will be studying chapter number 6 of your book and the name of the chapter is Beautiful Rana. So King Rana or Shibhi Rana was a king of Maharashtra. Okay, and he was a very kind-hearted king. He always used to save the weak, he used to rescue the weak, he could even sacrifice himself for those who were weak. So he was a very kind-hearted king. So once what happened, people used to say that even the gods are scared of him, are afraid of him. So once what happened, the gods decided to test that king, test Shibhi Rana. And so that it happened that when the king was sitting in the judgment hall, suddenly what happened, a frightened dove is a bird, small bird, a frightened dove came in and he was being, that dove was being chased by an eagle. So that eagle was chasing the dove to eat that. As the eagle entered, he was going to pounce on the prey. Prey समझते, P-R-E-Y, prey means the hunt और जिसको हिंदी में कहा जाता है शिकार. That is the prey. So the eagle was going to pounce at that prey, but the king shouted, "No, please don't frighten this dove." He saved that bird and gave him shelter in his cloak, in his long cloak that he was wearing. The eagle was very wild. That eagle became very angry, and angrily that eagle said that, "How dare you deprive of my prey? How dare you? You are not giving me my prey. I'm going to hunt that dove and eat that." Then the king said, "You cannot eat this dove. You cannot have the hunt on this dove because it has come to my court. It wants justice. So I cannot let the weak come in front of you, or I will not let you hunt on this frightened dove." And he said that better I'll give you the same amount of flesh that this dove has. I'll give you the flesh of any animal or any person you want, but please don't eat that dove. I'll give justice to this bird. Any other food that I name? Then the eagle asked, "You will give me any other food that I'll name?" So the king nodded. He said, "Yes." "Well then, I want an equal quantity of your own flesh." Then the eagle demanded, "I want the equal quantity that the dove has, equal weight of the dove, equal weight of flesh. I want it from your body. I want your flesh of equal weight." On hearing this, the courtiers were shocked because they knew that the king would always keep his promise. So the courtiers were all shocked that what is going to happen next. So the king said, "Okay, you want to have my flesh? Then it's okay. I'm going to give my flesh." The eagle again demanded. That eagle said that, "I want the flesh from the left part of your body." Why did that eagle said that? Because the left side of the body contains the heart. So the eagle said that, "I want the flesh from the left part of your body." The king agreed to that condition also, and he was ready to do that. So a weighing balance was brought, and the dove was kept at one side, and the king's flesh was going to be kept on the other side. But the dove was becoming heavier and heavier. It was weighing more and more, and the king's whole body was not able to compensate the weight of that dove. Then the king's a tear rolled down from the king's eye. Then the eagle said, "Stop. See, you don't want to give your flesh. You are scared of that why you are crying." Then the king said, "No, I'm not weeping for myself. This tear has come out because I'm not able to protect this bird from my flesh also. And I'm the king and I'm not able to rescue this weak." Suddenly there was a blaze in the hall, and the eagle and the dove changed into the gods Indra, who represented Varun and Agni. Though that dove and the eagle, they were not exactly the birds, they were the gods. Varun and Agni. So both of them disappeared from the hall, and Indra's voice was heard to say, "O king, you have proved your worth." These god were just checking the king कि ये कितना help करेगा if anybody comes in front of him. How will he help him? And the king was ready to give his own flesh. He was ready to sacrifice his own life for that birth. So the gods were really impressed, and they said that you have proved your worth, you have proved that you always keep your promise and you always save the weak. So the story tells us about the commitments. The story tells us about the promises, that if we are saying something, we should keep that. And being responsible, if we are given some responsibility, we should fulfill it. A king has the responsibility to save the weak. A king has the responsibility that whoever is in problem, he should save him. And that's what Shibhi Rana was doing. He was a very kind-hearted king. That's why he was saving everyone. He was saving the weak, and he was even sacrificing his life for the weak. So you should always remember that you should always keep the promises, you should always know your responsibilities, you should always keep the commitments, whatever commitments you have made to yourself, to your teachers, to your parents, to your brother, sister, friends, whomever you are making the commitments, you should fulfill them. If you are saying something that I'll do this, I'll do that, you should fulfill that. You should do it and prove it that you are saying the correct thing. So that's it in this chapter. I hope you have understood, and the notes of this chapter you'll be getting on School Mitra app. You can download it from there and complete your work in your moral science book. Until my next video, bye bye and take care.